Good morning. Welcome to my channel. I'm Bree. Today's video is going to be a 24-hour reading vlog. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night because we had a tornado warning come through at like 3:30, so we had to take shelter. So we were up for like 2 hours at night, and so we'll see if I get to a lot of reading today. I might not, but I just wanted to get myself to read a little bit more. March is always a reading slump time for me, and I'm definitely feeling that now. I'm choosing some small books that I think will be fun and easy for me to get to, and I just think hopefully pull me out of the reading slump because I definitely am in it. And last year I only read 2 books in the month of March, only completed 1, and only got through a little bit of the second one. So I don't want that to be this year. I want to read some more, but I'm also okay if I don't read a ton. But with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so it's 11:15, so I'm going to start the reading vlog at 12 because we're gonna be finishing picking up some stuff around the house and doing that. So the 24-hour reading vlog will start at 12 and go till 12 tomorrow. Now, the last one I did a caveat, which I will do in this one, is that if I get sick at some point, I'm just gonna add on the time that I was sick because I'm unable to do very much if I have a flare-up. So I'm just going to count whatever time that I lose from that onto the end. But hopefully I won't, so we'll see. But let me get to the books. So the very first book I want to read is Garlic and the Vampire. I was going to read this for the reading vlog that I read, Finley Donovan is Killing It, but I only got to Finley Donovan is Killing It. So I am going to read it for this, and I think it's going to be just great, perfect little graphic novel. So Garlic and the Vampire is about basically a vampire moves into a castle in the town, and the whole town decides that Garlic is the one that should be confronting him. So Garlic is going to take on the vampire and also has a best friend named Carrot, and they're all just so cute, and the illustrations are just like so good. I love that illustration style. I just think it's the cutest thing. Look at them. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to start with this one because I've been dying to read it, and I just think it's going, geez, what happened? So I'm going to turn this. So I'm just really excited to get to this, and I think it's going to be a great first book to kick off the reading vlog. Then I hope to get to A Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers, and this my sister-in-law got for me in Christmas, and it's basically, all I know is it's a robot doing robot things, and I think it sounds cute. It's a novella, so it's only 147 pages. So I'm just excited to give this a try and see if something like this could be for me, because I don't read a lot of sci-fi, and this would be an opportunity to try it out, and she said really good things about it. So I'm excited to get to this one, and I think it'll be the perfect time for me to pick it up. Then I have 2 other options that I'm not sure which one I'll actually get to. So we've got Piranesi by Susanna Clark. My friend Maggie and I were talking, and she's reading, or she has it on her TBR, and I have been wanting to read this for a while, and then I saw it at the bookstore, and I was like, gotta pick it up. So I am potentially going to read this. It's not very long. It's basically about a labyrinth house that Piranesi is in, and I believe Piranesi can really has almost like an eidetic memory, and so it's like, would you like to come in? Yeah. I just gotta shut the door if you come in, so you're gonna be trapped in here. Come in. Thank you. Yeah, I know you had a stressful night too, huh? So anyway, Piranesi, basically it takes care of this labyrinth of a house, and I think they start to notice like a bigger conspiracy going down, and it just sounds like kind of like literary fiction with some mystery and fantastical elements. So I'm excited to give that a try and see if it's for me. I don't always like books like that, but I've read a couple that I really like, and it sounds like one that would be up my alley. Yeah, isn't that right? Okay, I gotta put you down. You're a little heavy for me. So this is the last book that I'm going to choose between is The Tenant by Katrine Enberg, and she is a Danish author, and this is translated into English. And this is basically about a woman is discovered murdered in an apartment, and she has patterns of lines carved into her face. And I believe it follows two detectives in Copenhagen that try to solve this murder. And it's a series called, I don't know how to pronounce, is it Kerner, and Werner. So it's two different detectives as they solve the case, and it's just going to be like a detective mystery. And I think it sounds really good, and I've heard good things about this before, so I want to give it a try, but I'm not sure if I'll get to it in this reading vlog or not. And if I do like it, it's a new detective series for me to check out, so that's really cool. So yeah, I think I'll just read the first two, and then I'll decide between these two on which one I feel like. So without further ado, let's get into it. I will see you when I've started the reading vlog.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind.
Hello, it has been an hour since I started the reading vlog, and I just finished Garlic and the Vampire by Brie Paulson. I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5. It was just so cute. It was really fast paced. It's not like a very complex story, but I just thought Garlic was so cute. Like all of the other veggies in the garden, like they basically help this witch in the garden, and they have their own like thoughts and feelings, and it's just very wholesome. And they sell produce to the people in the village at like farmers market and stuff. And Garlic is just so adorable. She's just very like self-conscious and doesn't know her own abilities, and Carrot, her best friend, is like very supportive of her and stuff, and she is forced to go to this castle and try to take on a vampire. And it was just so cute. And I just learned that there's going to be in the fall coming out with Garlic and the Witch, so I'm definitely going to pick that up. I just think it's just a cute story. I just smiled the whole time I read stuff out loud to Noah because he's upstairs playing games, and I just thought they were so cute, so I had to tell him it. And yeah, I really love the illustration too. Like, it's just, they're so cute. I think everything about it I love. I'll show you one. So they live in their houses that are shaped like them. So that's like Garlic's house, and then I think that's Carrot's, and you can see there. So it's like Tomato's house, and I think that's Eggplant, and they're just, I think that's Potato. I think they're all just so cute, and it's really adorable. So if you are like graphic novels and you like middle grade, I would recommend this one. It's very cute, and it's available in ebook, so if you don't want to spend like as much money, you can get it as ebook as well. But I think it's worth it. It was $13, I believe, and I think it was worth it because I just find it so adorable, and I will definitely read it again and read Garlic and the Witch when it comes out. So yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next book, which is the Monk and Robot book, the Psalm for the Wild Built, and I will see how I feel about that. But one graphic novel down, so plans have kind of changed. Not really. I am not feeling great. We were up all last night, and my back is killing me, and also just in general not feeling the best. So I'm gonna read in bed, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it, even though it's only like time is it? Yeah, even though it's only 2:30. I'm just gonna not feel bad about being in bed and reading. So I haven't read that much since I checked in around like 1-ish. I'm only on 11 pages into the book. Don't know how to feel yet about it. I am finding it interesting, but it's a little more like scientific than I normally like, which is like part of science fiction. So they are like leaving the city to go to do like tea service. So like I guess that's something that is like a vocation, and it's not in the city, it's out in like the country. And so they are like in a wagon that's like a mobile home basically, and they're leaving the city, and that's like where I'm at. So like I am interested to see what that's about and get more into that. But yeah, it's just a little more like scientific, and I'm hoping we get a little more like emotion in it, because then I will probably be able to connect to it a little bit more. But so far so good. I'm only on page 11, so really not far at all. But I'm gonna be here, and I'm going to have a heating pad on and curled up and just be okay that I'm reading in bed at 2:30.
Our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
Hello, I just wanted to check in and talk to you about the Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. So I was a little confused when I started the book. I thought that this was just about a robot going around doing robot things. So to be fair, I didn't know like really anything. But no, this follows a human, and they are going around. Their name is Dex, and they're going around and decide to basically change their occupation. So they decide to become a tea monk, and they go around and they start doing it, and they become really good at it. And then it kind of skips forward because they're unsatisfied again with their life. And then when they like kind of go off into the forest, they meet a robot. So I just got to the point where they meet the robot, and the robot's name is Mosscap, because they said that they name themselves after the first thing that they see when they wake up in the morning. So, but yeah, they're just talking, and basically the robot has a goal to like understand what humans want, like what humans need, and they're just talking right now. So I have a feeling that they're gonna like connect and maybe like go around talking to people about their needs. So yeah, I am enjoying it. I think I struggle with like science fiction because while I enjoy science in like reading nonfiction books about like environmentalism and stuff like that, reading it in like a fiction format it's just been difficult for me. Like I struggled with Rhythm of War, which I love Brandon Sanderson books, but I struggled because so much of the book was dedicated to like the research of, I can't remember her name at the moment, Navani, and like it really went into that research, and my brain just like turns off when those are happening. Yeah, it just goes over my head, I think is what I'm trying to say. Whereas like when I'm reading nonfiction, things are being explained in depth throughout those, where in this it's like a lot, you're leaving a lot to the imagination, and so it just loses me a bit. But that being said, I do think like it's been interesting so far, and I'm on page 60, so like I'm almost halfway. So like I'm enjoying it in that sense. It hasn't been like difficult to read, or I felt like, you know, I've disliked anything. I just feel like the science part I'm just not fully connecting with. But the tea monk stuff where they're going around and they're like talking to people about what their like issues are, and then like picking out teas for them, I thought was really interesting, and I was having fun with that. So yeah, I'm just interested to see like where this goes, because I really don't know where it's going, and I would say I'm at like a 3-star right now, 3.5-star. I'm just having a good time, but it's not like a book that I'm like, oh my gosh, this was my next favorite thing. Also, if you hear Noah, he's playing video games with his friend Owen, so they're really having a good time up there. I am gonna keep reading. It's about 6:30 right now, and I had been reading, and then I stopped around like 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then I forgot about reading for like an hour. I was like, oh, that I was doing a thing. And then we went and picked up groceries at 5:15ish, and then I came back simultaneously, dropped glass outside, and we were picking that up, and that was a fun time. Don't know why I'm telling you this, but now I'm back to reading, and I'm gonna read for the rest of the night, and then hopefully finish this in a little bit, because I'm reading this pretty quickly, and then move on to, I think I'm gonna end up going with the Tenant, because I just feel like I'm wanting something a little faster pace, and I don't know if Pure Nessie is gonna be too slow for me. And since I want to like try to complete as many books as possible, I think I'm going to start with that and then read Pure Nessie if I have extra time. But that's the plan, and I wanted to check back in because I finished A Psalm for the Wild Built. So first, I want to preface by saying that I knew nothing about this book going in. Like, I thought this was just a robot going around doing robot things. Totally incorrect. This is about a person who is going around. Their name is Dex, and they are just feeling unsatisfied with life, and they kind of don't know why, and so they go into the woods on this adventure, and they meet a robot named Moscap. Yeah, Moscap. And they just kind of go around and learn about each other and just try to understand each other. And I thought it was interesting. I think for like 147 pages, I believe it was, I didn't feel bored because it's too short to like really be bored. But that being said, like for me, I like books that have a little bit more happening. Like this was a lot of science, but also like philosophizing, a lot of philosophizing, I don't know that word, about like what life means and what it means to be human or a robot or just a living being. And while I found those conversations interesting, I just don't prefer a book that is all about that. It was just a little difficult for me. So basically, I'm gonna give this 3 stars because I think it was cute, it was interesting. I also like really enjoyed just the talks they had in this, but because of like just that being all that there was, I just was left. Sorry if you can hear that, my phone's buzzing. Because of that, it just was like not a book that like I would rave about, because it's just not something that is really a book I would necessarily pick up. But that being said, I think the second one is coming out June, July, sometime this year. And I do think I'll give it a try just to see if maybe like the first book was a lot of setup and maybe the second book will dive more into the world and going around and helping people, because Dex is a tea monk, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it, of just like learning about that craft of tea making and like helping the people in the community. Like they really are someone who can help the community, and just through like the act of tea making, and it seems so simple, but it's changes people's lives. So I really enjoyed that. And then I did enjoy like learning about the differences in like between the robot and Dex, and between Moscap and Dex, and just like, I don't know, how we can learn from the differences in robots and humans, or just other humans in general. Like all of us are so unique, and so like I think there was a lot of beautiful things in this. So if you're looking for some like non-binary representation that isn't just about being non-binary, I think this could be a really good book. Like this is just Dex, and they're just who they are, and it's not like a focus of the story. And so I think that representation is just so beautiful and natural, and it's just such a good story of just life and acceptance of life's purpose. So I think from that aspect, I really enjoyed it because it's not about that. It's just about accepting our path in life kind of a thing. And so, yeah, you know, now that I sit here talking about it, I think I'm going to give it a 3.7, a 3.5 or a 4. I don't know. I think I need to sit on it a little longer because it's not for me, but I think the conversations this book was having were really powerful to me. It was just like slow. Ooh, okay. I'm going to have to mull it over and I'll let you know what I think because it's too difficult to decide right now. Because I don't want to like make this book sound like it was bad because really it wasn't. I think it was really beautiful and I loved the writing style and everything. It just was slow and that's where I'm being like hung up, but I guess I shouldn't be because it's not a book meant to be fast-paced. It's not a book that's supposed to have necessarily a clear defined plot because it really doesn't. So I think I'm just like looking at this the wrong way. And I am excited. I will pick up the next one for sure just to see more of this world. I think it's an interesting world because it's humans, but like it's not necessarily Earth. Like, and I loved the view of like the cities and stuff. Like they were all so unique and I thought that was really interesting. I'm just getting hung up on like the science side of things and the slowness, but the philosophy, the like outlook on life, the interactions between Dex and Mosscap were really good. So I think a 4. No, I think a 3.5. I don't know. Again, I gotta sit on it. I'll let you know. But I am going to be starting the Tenant. I only have a couple hours left. I have like a couple hours left. So I'm just going to try to read as much as I can of this for this readathon, and I will let you know what I think. But I don't think I'll end up finishing this, but we shall see. Hi, welcome back. It's been a few days since I picked up the camera. I was ending the 24-hour reading vlog by starting this, and I did not read very much. I think I maybe got to page maybe 50, and now I'm only on page 47. I've just been like in the biggest reading slump. I knew that was gonna happen. I just didn't think it was gonna be that bad, and I was like trying to use the 24-hour reading vlog to like push me through it, and it didn't really work. So I only read those 2 books and then part of like barely any of this. So I think I'm just going to extend it to just be a more of a regular reading vlog. Like I'm just gonna record today and tomorrow of my reading progress because I'm kind of getting more into the mystery of this, and like this morning I read probably like 50 pages, so I'm hoping that like I'm gonna get a little further in this and hopefully complete this in the next 2 days. I don't want to push myself too hard to like read if I'm not in the mood. I'm just been kind of letting myself relax, but I am just wanted to check in, say that I really do like this. This woman's been murdered and these 2 detectives are trying to figure out what happened. And I would say if you like detective mysteries, just know that this is a detective mystery, but it's a lot more detailed and gruesome than some. So if you're like more leaning towards like cozy mystery or lighter detective mysteries, I don't know if this would be for you. Like it does go into detail about the murder and just like in general, like things happen that are just a little a bit darker than your like typical cozy mystery or lighter mystery. So just know that if you were going into this is a Danish author, and so it takes place in Copenhagen, and I find that interesting. It's intriguing. I want to know what happens. Do you need pets? Yeah. I was getting some taps. Oh, now I'm getting bit. Ah! Ow, Peppy, ow! That's mean. Come here. Oh. Yeah. Why are you biting me? Huh? I'll put you down. You can go back to your laying in your sunspot, but you're not gonna eat. Bites mama. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. But 100 pages in, I'm enjoying it. I think like the plot has moved along really quickly, and I enjoy like the detective. So it's mainly following two detectives, but you get some like different points of view from different people within the mystery, but also you're like, it's not just them going out on their own, like they are involving other detectives and other people within this mystery who work for the police. So you're getting kind of like insight into different things. I haven't read a Danish like book before, I don't think, and reading this mystery, I think it's a nice like getting a translated work and reading it. I think it's really fun. So yeah, I'm going to continue this, and then for the rest of the day I'm going to be working. So enjoy a little time lapse of that.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey darling, I love it when it's me and you, on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two.
You know, I gotta say, I'm getting real sick of snow. I was promised that spring was in the air, and now it's snowing again, and I'm upset. Yeah, so it's snowing. I'm upset about it. It's cold. I looked at the forecast. It's supposed to be like 70 or 65 this weekend. I don't know how that's supposed to happen when it's snowing out today. But I'm just really ready for spring, if you can't tell. Okay, anyway, I made it to page 250, so I only have 100 pages left. I am liking it. It's definitely like a police procedural, so you're just following the detectives as they're figuring stuff out. So I think this is supposed to be like a noir mystery or a hard-boiled mystery, where it's like talking about darker things. The like narrators or the detectives are supposed to be kind of like have like problems either that they're working through, or they're just like not like the most put together characters, I guess if you could say. So like the main character, Jeppe Kerner, he has like a lot of issues, and there's some weird like sexual stuff in here that I'm like could do without, but it's not like ruining the book for me. And then there's Annetta Werner, and we haven't got as much of her perspective. That I would really like it if we could dive more into her side. You just get some little snippets of her thought process, but you also get that throughout like other people who work at the police department. Sorry. So like I wish we were getting more of some of those characters, and not just him, because he's just like not my favorite. But that being said, I am enjoying it, and I am interested to see like where this mystery goes. Basically, after the death, there's just like things that happen to the people surrounding the murder, and they're just trying to figure out like how all these different strings are connected. And I like seeing that because I like watching like police type shows, or like NCIS or something like that, where it's just like I like trying to figure out what happened and who did it. And so like this is just like reading one of those shows, and I wouldn't say those shows are like my all-time favorite best produced shows ever, but I enjoy them. So that's like how I really feel about this book. So I'm gonna finish it today, then I'm gonna wrap up the vlog, and yeah, that's where I'm at. I am like feeling like I'm in a reading slump, but I'm like, this is 3 books. If I finish this today, which I will, it's 11th right now, I believe. So that's 3 books in 11 days. So like, I think I'm being a little hard on myself, but I think it's because the other one was a novella and a graphic novel that I feel like I haven't read like full books. But you know what? We all go through our reading slumps. I don't need to put pressure on it. It's just a hobby that I like to do, and I don't need to like be so hard on myself. So if you're going through a reading slump or just in a slump in March, just be kind to yourself. Hello, just couldn't sit on my chair because someone has made himself a little home over there. So I just finished the Tenant like maybe like 10 minutes ago, and I think I'm gonna give it a 3 star. Yeah. So I enjoy it, and I think that like it was darker than like a cozy mystery and things like that, which I liked that aspect of it. The mystery itself, I wouldn't say like I didn't pick out everything in it that went on, but I could pick out some things. So in that, I do feel like it wasn't like the most compelling mystery I've ever read, but I enjoyed like the setting in Denmark, following the detectives and things like that. And there was a couple things that like just like sexual things that I didn't like with the main detective Kerner, I mean. And I don't know if that's just a translation thing or if that's common in Nordic books or not. Yeah, so that was just like some of my like reasonings for it being a 3 star, but I do want to continue on because I've been looking for a more like gritty like detective series, because most series I have are more like a cozy mystery or a detective mystery, but like on the, I guess you could say, fluffier side, because they're usually like similar to like a Sherlock Holmes, where it's very like methodical. There's murder, but there's not a lot of like real darkness to it, where this one I felt like was a little darker. I liked it. 3 star for me. And that's going to end this reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully you have some books you're picking up that you're enjoying. And if you've read any of the books, let me know your opinions down below. And if you have any recommendations for books like this, I'd love to hear it. Either Nordic type mysteries or just mystery, like detective, police procedural mysteries that are a little more dark and grim. I'd love to hear your recommendations. But yeah, thank you for watching.